You.
Was good.
How you doing, my man? How you doing? On a Tuesday, man. We have to switch it up this week, but we on a Tuesday.
Definitely, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. It's Tuesday. It's a little change in the schedule, but it's good to be on here, man. Get this live streaming going, interact with the people, man. I'm excited. It's good on your end.
Can't complain, man. Streaming, man. We gotta get to it. As you know, I'm Ken Kaepernick. My man over to my left, my main guy, my ace. If you hate the shows, you know where I'm going with this, but right here, my Sean, Mr. Senor Lee on all your socials.
You
But
know.
yeah, I am. Trying to do the streaming thing, trying to transition. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody's here yet, but when you get here, trying to move you from the IG to this place. Um, Outside that, today was good, man. My baby girl, man. It was the end of the Summer League Championship today, man. It was dope, man. It was. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We got blew out, but there's a lot of good passes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good defensive stops. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it was just getting stronger for the fall. You know what I'm saying? I let her know, but she kept the chin high. I mean, I got the awards, Coach Rich, of course. You know what I'm saying? But it was hard to see my baby lose on the stage. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I told it's a growing experience for all of us. You know what I'm saying? I have to keep my composure at these kid events. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, that's good, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They get that from, what they'll look back at those games and remember that, this is when it all started. Like she'll look back to, I remember that first championship game where I lost, and it was just like, nah, man, I had to get back at him, man.
I really hope, you know what I mean, that's what she feel from it, you know what I mean? But other than that, it was a good game, man. They did their hardest, they did what they could. But, you know what I mean, on to the next season for sure for them.
No doubt, man. On my side, man, is it's funny because this summer we didn't take the summer school route or anything like that. We've been pretty much letting them chill, taking them places every now and then. But today was interesting, man. It was the first time I think I've experienced reverse body shaming, and in this particular case, so my son, he's a little pudge ball, man, but it's a cute little pudge on him. So today, like I'm mid workout, I got the iron bar on the joint on the door, and I'm about to go up for a chin up, and he's like, "You don't belong here with us." And I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" He was like, "We are the soft crew. Like you don't belong here. You need to go where all those tough and solid people are." And I've never experienced reverse body shaming, and it was interesting to go through that today. And he wasn't joking; like he was that serious.
That's it. I got a two-part question for you. One, how did it feel hearing like a negativity towards something you thought was a good thing?
Mm-hmm.
And the second was, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm you both right now. And the second was, how do you take that from a family member, let alone your kid?
yeah. So, in hearing it the first time, I was like, imagine if, depending on like the situation, you can be the person within the group that's not actually included, right? So it gave me that momentary thought of what if like there was like a world where being healthy was frowned upon and you were just like the outcast, like look at him, he's got a six pack, get him out of here.
Get 'em
Like
out of
that's terrible, right? And then to the second piece of it, to hear from him, I mean, he's coming into his personality so much right now that you never know what he's going to say. So like he has zingers every day, and me and you were talking about this the other day, man. It's just it makes being a dad like really just that much more fun.
It really does. I can't hold you. It truly does. Well, talk about in forms of being a dad. Quick tidbit on Lennox, man. Last week he went around in the backyard with grandma. Mosquitoes might be back there, so they tore him up, man. They got one like on his hand, had one on his elbow, and I had one like right here above the eye. I was like, oh, it's all right. You know what I mean? Rub some alcohol on him. We came home. All was well. My man woke up the next day, bro. Looked like Martin Lawrence at that bad show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
I was covered up, hand was swollen down, elbow busting out. I'm like, yo, these the same 3 bites from yesterday? Like,
Mm.
he looked like a legit black guy. Like, like UFC did him dirty this week and type shit. I'm like, it's all right. You know what I mean? Hey, it's a mosquito bite. It got to go down. You know what I mean? But, we still got to go through it today. So, I take the girls out. You know what I mean? Stop at Dunkin' Donuts. Now, I'm holding them. Cop talking. I'm like, I feel guilty. All of a sudden, as soon as they walk in, I feel guilty because I'm like, damn, holding a kid with a looks like a black eye. I'm like shielding them like away from the order and shit. I'm like, yeah, jelly. I'm gonna get a jelly, and that's it, man. Let's get out of here. You know what I mean? Everybody saying hi and shit, nothing crazy. We just leaving. I walked. I'm like shielding them and shit, like a paparazzi would do. I'm like getting them out of there, but it was just. I was just happy they didn't see that because I don't have a real explanation. Like, yeah, hit the doorknob. You know what I mean? I ain't want no issues with the kids, man. Something that ain't happened.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get it, man. The mosquito bites, I think they're getting stronger, man. Like I don't know what's in them now, but they'll have you looking at your kid like, what the hell happened? So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's for sure.
oh man, so it's a lot going on. First of all, thank you for everybody who's joining, man. We will be getting into the main topic real soon. But the first thing I want to get into this past weekend, my wife and my son actually joined me for softball, right? So it was a lot of pressure to show that dad does what he does, you know what I mean, and I'm pretty good at what I did. So batting, I think I'm getting better at. Like I was probably like 3 for 4, 4 for 5. It wasn't bad, right? It is the catching part that is still a tough thing for me. And then there was a particular blooper, Kenny, like for a long time, like catching a ground ball, you know what I mean? It has been hard, man, because like you got to time the bounce to get it in the glove to then throw it. So I timed everything perfect, man. I made it there. I got the ground ball, got it in, man. I go throw, bro. The ball just comes out my hand. So I'm being like this. There's nothing in my hand, bro. There's nothing. Like I was so excited. I thought like I was one of the major league dudes. I was going like this. I was ready to zing it to the first base, and that shit just said bloop. I was like, oh shit. Like it was terrible.
Damn. Just gotta let the family know. Hey, man, it happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you think Dion ain't have no problems out in the outfield? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go check the tapes, but it happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. Mm-hmm. That was funny. Keep it in sports. When you show up to the home team game, you know what I mean? You're there being a fan. When your home team is like winning, like overly winning, like what do you do in like the third, fourth quarter of the game? Like you just like when it's in like complete control and you're no longer nervous, all that is gone. Unless you got money on the line, like what do you stay? Do you go?
I think it all depends on what you have going on after the game and where you're sitting. Because if you are a frequent person in those great seats, you are probably there until the end of the game. Because 9 times out of 10, you're trying to get pictures with some of the players or even some of the celebrities that are passing back and forth. If you ain't got the best seats, maybe you still stick around because you're a diehard fan. I mean, there's so many variables, man. But if you got like reservations after and you see your team blowing it, I was like, all right, I think I'm good. Like I saw what I needed to see. Yeah, man. I think it really all depends on what you're there for and what's going on after. If you ask me.
I had to piggyback because I know you're at the Liberty game this weekend and they was thrashing the Aces like the number 1 team in the league. So I'm like, I wonder if Sean left. It was like the 4th quarter. I was like, he could leave. Yeah. I'm not, maybe he wanted to hit 100. We'll see.
I will hold you with like 3 minutes left. I think we said good. Like we got out of there.
Like as fans, you've done your job, right?
Yeah. Listen, there was nothing else to cheer for at that point. They already won.
That's what's up. But, getting close to the 10-minute mark. But yeah, man, it's been happening all weekend, man. The melee, the fight down under. There's been a lot of names for what they've been calling us, you know what I'm saying? But right now, it's just, I think the Montgomery Battle Royale, kind of. That might be that's been ringing with a lot of people lately. So this weekend, man, long story short, if you've been under a rock, right? If you have no idea what's been happening, out in Riverfront Park, out in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
There's along the Alabama River, there's this little entertainment site. It has like a amphitheater, stadium, Union train stations, a really nice venture spot for tourists, locals, but there's also a dock and beachfront where you can, load your boat up. Now, at around 7 o'clock, the MPD, the Montgomery Police Department was notified that over the 200 block of Coosa Street. There was a disturbance, like you know what I'm saying.
I
Like,
feel like we're on first 48 on the 200 block.
it was crazy. Like, you know, they're like, hey, there's a disturbance. They're like, what do you mean? Like, well, long story short, it was several white boaters and a black security guard who worked at the station, the dock station, just trying to keep things in order, but things got out of hand quickly. But then they escalated. And right now we got to get into all the escalation of how it went, the unfolding, the unpacking of it. When you first saw the video, what was your first initial thoughts?
I was stuck. I was stuck on him throwing his hat in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Bobby Schmurder was like, wow, at least his hat came back down. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're still looking for Bobby's hat out there somewhere. But it was just weird because it looked like homeboy, the captain was just, you know, escorting one of the dudes over, I guess, to the other person that was from that boat just to, you know, keep having the conversation. And homeboy just tried to give him like a front kick. And from there, you know what I'm saying? You just saw the hat go up in the air. But then, you know, I don't know what happened. I think like the other boater just came after him and just started swinging. And homeboy was just, it looked bad, man. What did you think?
Like, at first I was watching it, I'm like, all right, we might have a situation. And then it was a one-on-one. And I'm like, hey, man, you got to teach us man how to squabble. They got to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? And not for that, security guard was kind of getting handled in the dead beginning. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. When it was the one-on and it was just them two, he was kind of getting handled. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This don't look good. You know what I mean? As an employer, as a black guy, it's a lot going on right now. You know what I mean? But then another guy off the boat came rushing. I was like, whoa. Now, as soon as that second guy initiated contact, it was all fair game. Any other participants in this melee, you now have right. This has went from a one-on-one royale situation. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Went in the air. The ghost of Bobby's hat came and never came back down.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie. I think I've seen between now and like Sunday morning, I've had to see this video 8 different ways about 60 times. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I didn't see this view.
Yeah.
Well, this one is HD. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just kind of going through everything. But when I first thought I just thought it was a small situation that just escalated 0 to 100 as fast as it could. You know what I mean? I'm happy it ended with no one dying, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun to start out, right? Like before you knew what happened, tell me what you thought happened, but it can only be a wrong answer.
I'm thinking people thought slavery was back. All I heard was boat, somebody beating on blacks, and it was a lot of wait a minute. Like the headline parts I was getting was real. I'm like, yo, I know you didn't just say, did you say black people got off a boat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting it out of context, it was sounding crazy. I was like, yo, I'm like, wait, Alabama? Oh, that ain't a good spot for this. Like, you know what I mean? I was in the order it was coming in initially. I was extremely nervous. I didn't know what was happening. I was hoping cops on scene, but that was my first thoughts. I was nervous. What was that? What about you?
Yeah, man. Honestly, for me, man, it was instantly in my mind. I'm like, this one of them screamed out like affirmative action sucks, and homeboy just lost his mind, man. Like he just went after him. Like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids are trying to go to school like everybody else. He went after him. The other one I had was he was like, this dude put raisins in the potato salad again. And then the homeboy just started flipping off, giving him a front kick. And then the last one I had, man, is just homeboy just told him like Full House was better than Family Manners. You know what I'm saying? The co-captain lost his mind, man. He just started going off on homeboy.
Shit went crazy after the co-captain. Not for nothing, after all the videos and the fights and the length of time that the fight was going, because you got to understand, like in a street fight or dock fight, people kind of get the interpretation that going 3 minutes in a ring, 5 minutes in a ring really isn't a lot of time, like because you're sitting in the comfort of your home watching these two guys sweat it out, duke it out, train months for this little bit of rounds, and body anticipation of what's gonna happen. The length of these street fights, I'm like, yo, this is longer than 30 seconds. Like anything beyond 30 seconds in a street fight is now war. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. And then the cops came. I'm like, ooh, thank God. I'm like, but they're not really breaking this up yet. Like, they're kind of just, hey, you stay there. you don't do that. Like, I understand they were outmanned, but I kind of want to give a quick shout out for just kind of letting them get busy for a little bit. There's like, they kind of taking on the story from people in the background, like, oh, him? He's the guy? Like, all right, you know what I mean? Kind of keeping it going. But shout out to them, man. They kept the melee going just long enough for a lot of good content. And boy, oh boy, did the content serve, man.
Absolutely. And I know we're gonna get into a lot of the reenactments, man. We even got some visuals for y'all, so hang in with us. I see a couple more people join me. And thank y'all so much for joining us today. We are talking about the Montgomery Riverfront Brawl, aka I see you got here security. We used to have a problem.
We good.
Definitely, man. So we saw you talked about the first part where the co-captain is first getting into it with some of the boaters, man. Let's talk about the very next scene that I think is very important, where all of a sudden, depending on the view that you got, right? There's two views out there. There's one where there's a guy in the water, and he looks like he's doing his best Michael Phelps impression to come help out this co-captain. Which was the first view that you saw? Was it from the boat coming to the dock, or did he just appear in the water going to the dock?
The very first view of Aquaman was when somebody literally circled a part of the water before he showed up yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm like, why are they circling the water? They're fighting over there on the dock. Like, so I'm staring at the dock fight. And then, like, a few seconds into the video, then I start to see, like, motion in the water. I'm like, what's that? Then he gets to the dock, he lifts him. I'm like, oh, that's a man. He's out here. He's on the winning team. I was like, okay. But I was a little upset because now that you knew what I knew, he had a little afro, you know what I mean, blue shirt. Now I'm keeping an eye for him on all these other videos. You know what I'm saying? And then another one, he went to the body slam and then hit with a 90-piece combo. But I was looking for the video of him leaving the water and getting to that part. I never seen that before. I think that's why I got so many views on my side. I was looking for that view of him getting out the water and then going to work. But it was always a lot of things and edits in between. But my first
I think with him, man, what impressed me was the stamina. Like, I don't know about y'all, man. I don't swim that much, but I know if I'm in your pool in your backyard and I go maybe 1 or 2 laps back and forth, I'm winded. Like, I'm done, right? This dude swam from the boat to the dock, lifted himself up, wet, damp, onto the dock, and then proceeded to mix it in. And then to Kenny's point, found the energy after all that to body slam somebody. You can't tell me, man, that wasn't like, an ancestor with him just carrying him through in spirit, man. Like that boy, he was special.
He without a doubt had the ancestors on his shoulders, just lifting him up out the water. That's an extra 50 pounds, just on the incline. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that shit was clean. That's it.
No struggle. You know how hard it is to lift yourself up. I'm not a pull-up fan. I can't do them. I think I got 2 good ones in me. Like, I can't do them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To get up out the water. Like, who won it? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, shouts to that man. I don't know what YMCA lessons he had on swimming, but I'm always to swim in shallow water. Like, I wouldn't even been the thought of mine to jump into the water to go save that man. I'd have been like, yo, help him. That long until he docked. Like, you know what I mean? But shouts to him. Definitely needed him.
Yeah, absolutely. That was crazy. So then it cuts over to the scene where you just see a bunch of shirtless dudes coming in, and I think at this point you're just trying to figure out where all these people coming from. Like, were they somewhere like on the dock? Were they on a boat? You just see mad people coming out of nowhere, and it's like this beautiful symphony of unity to protect and show solidarity. Like, nah, y'all not gonna beat this man's ass. Like, we gonna come at y'all. The same energy, man. That was crazy.
Because the first 10 views, I didn't see the boat yet, so I just seen everything else but the actual unloading part of the boat. by the time we get to the other part, the boat was already kind of docked, so I didn't see that exiting. And in my head, I'm like, if you threw a hat in the air, how far could you see that in a clear day? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious to know how many people go like, is that the best signal? Like, you know what I'm saying? They took off from their cars, wherever they were, but to find out that they all came off the boat and they kind of just like licking their chops, waiting for it to get closer to jump off. I was like, man. So I did see one tweet where somebody was like, oh, when dudes get the skipping, it's about to go down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They was mixing it up. Man. Oh God. So now, at first it's just, engaging in, some honest fisticuffs, man. Then they took it to WWE, man. Tell me about when you first saw the folding chair.
Yeah, when I seen Hacksaw Jim Duggan come through with the white chair, I was like, at first I was like, oh, like I didn't think the recoil was what got me. Like the first time you swing a chair, you kind of, people usually get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he means business. Let me back up. Mm-hmm. He was able to land multiple hits on one dude in between the boat and the dock. He was fighting for his life over there, that first guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He beat him back into the water almost. But then to have the audacity to, you see the other girl, I think that was his lady that was beating up with the leopard. Like, I seen the leopard going to work on Lady in the Red. But as soon as he seen the connection, he messing with mines. Yeah, he brought it from up top. More ancestry power came down on the like Thanos on the top of her head with the chair.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
I don't think nothing sobers people up more than understanding that they're in serious trouble. Like you can tell, like if that was just raw hatred, then that's scary. So I would like to assume that they were under the influence, and won't nothing wake you up more than some instant danger. You know what I mean? It's like falling asleep at the wheel at a red light and somebody honks. You're like, you sober for the rest of the ride home.
Whatever you had to do is gone now.
Yeah, hell yeah. But that was crazy, man. That was great. It definitely took me back to my my heyday of WWE and watching them go to work with the chairs, man. For real, for real.
I can't hold you. Like I think one of my 40th viewing, he put a dent in that chair on old girl head, man. I seen it. Like the coordination of the chair just changed. I was like, ooh. I was like, thank God that broke, because it could have been a head. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't holding back though. He was not holding back.
Yep.
But everybody drinking on the water and then that spilling out onto the dock, that made for a lot of moments where it made you think. It's like, what if the boat didn't get there in time? What if, you know what I'm saying, they just was too far, can't make that jump? Like, you know what I mean? Outside of the one dude out the water, that was all homie had until boat got docking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there was a few things I am happy for, a few things that could have been done to avoid all of that as well. But hey, I'm happy the way it worked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe all those that were arrested, for the most part, were released outside of, I think they were the boat owners initially. I think they might have to, not some charges, but take care of some legal fees, so to speak. But for the most part, everybody kind of got out on their own merit. More of a, hey, don't do that again kind of thing. I'll slap on the wrist. And I respect that. Like, it's okay to have people fight every so often, get reprimanded for it, slap on the wrist, but go about your day. Like, we're still humans. No one died. You know what I'm saying? I was happy the way it all kind of unraveled, unfolded, real clean for what it was.
Yeah, definitely like hearing that. I mean, you hate to see people fighting, but when it's in the sense of that, of defending someone else, I mean, nothing unites Black people like, a crisis, against another race, especially like that will bring us together, quicker than a business for often odd reasons.
Like, don't know why. And it's like, similar how you're really close friend, like you have conversation just by eyes or facial recognitions, like when a Black person is another Black person and at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
That all these like antennas go up. It's like, yo, can you get out without a word being said? Like, can you handle the situation? Because it looked like you're getting handled. Like,
Yeah.
Very, very receptive to stuff like that.
So let me ask you real quick: if you're there, are you jumping into?
I think so. I see no reason not to. See no reason not to. Whether that was my dad as security guard, or whether I just happened to get off the boat and I seen a wrongdoing. Like, you can't jump somebody at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then get all your family and friends just gonna participate in this beatdown? Nah. And don't get me wrong, Hennessy was in the system, so you know how it was happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a chance to lick off in months. Like, you know what I'm saying? People was licking their chops coming to the child board there. But definitely would have jumped in. Had to. What about you? What you do? You recording or you jumping in? There was two people. There was two types of people there.
Definitely. It depends on what outfit I got on, man. If it's all white, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching my people go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely cheering. You know what I'm saying? Probably throwing another chair in case somebody else wanna, join in the chair, man. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it depends on the outfit.
I respect it.
Yeah.
All right. I got two other, I guess, guard questions before we get into the content. Who was your MVP of the melee?
Oh, definitely Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Black Aquaman gets my vote. Like I said before, man, the stamina, the endurance it took to do what that boy did is immaculate, man. Like he's gonna be on somebody's show this week, guaranteed.
I was happy to find out he was a teenager. I was like, thank God.
Yes.
I'm not too out of shape. I know I'm out of shape, but I'm not that out of shape. He's always in his team. He should be able to do that. But I was happy to hear he was a bit younger than I thought he was. I was like, whoo. And he's technically a fake minor, so that might work out.
Low key, man, I'd be glad to see a mid 30 to 40-year-old still doing that. Because God forbid, man, we ever need someone to represent our age group. We know we got hope. We got hope. Otherwise, these 20-year-olds gonna wipe us out.
I don't want to be in a crowd of my peers, and we all looking around like, oh, nobody doing nothing. we all wait for somebody. Oh shit! Don't want that happening at all.
Yeah, definitely, man. You want to know a lot about your friend group, man? Go up a good flight of stairs, and you'll see who'll be able to last long in the situation.
Tanya, right on time. He was 16. Thank you, Tanya. Oh man, that's fun. That is funny. I got another question. You see the aftermath. You see what went down. Not that a rematch is ever going to happen to this capacity. Not a planned one.
Mm-hmm.
But if there was going to be a round two, what would be the best docking point, the best destination / location for this to go down the next time?
Oh, I want to say Sheep's Head Bay Pier, just because I'm familiar with that area. There's enough space there for it to go down in a good fashion, and then you could get a good something to eat like right across the street after you're done. Like it'll be perfect.
A lot of liquor available on that strip. Yeah. All right.
What about you?
I'm thinking the Manhattan side of the Staten Island Ferry. It's like shit happens a lot. People like that whole cattle movement, people bumping shoulders.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets too much. And, security like, yo, you got to go this way. It's like, yeah, but my train's that way. That little thing could spark. You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, I got a feeling there'll be a casualty there, man. There's a lot of like ridges and little intricate. Like, somebody gonna lose an arm or something in that one, man. That shit is deadly.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact over there. Are we getting to the content? What you got? You got anything else?
Let's do it, man. Let's give them the visuals. We got some good stuff, y'all.
Funny. Oh yeah, we gotta start off with my man, Mr. Swimmer, man. The dedication that it takes, man.
Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication. Dedication.
Like, I'm so proud of that. Like, I didn't see that view till you sent it to. I was like, oh, I didn't see the oncome. I always saw him swimming away. I was like, to see him coming, everybody's like, oh wait, is that a man?
Yeah.
Oh,
and those that was like Michael Phelps-esque. Like he wasn't doing no doggy paddle. He wasn't struggling. He was like, like, he was ready. He was ready, man. Definitely.
This next one, man. People took the chair one way too far. But this guy, he kind of nailed it.
Arm in the back. After witnessing my brothers and sisters take arm in the Battle of Montgomery, I knew that I had to be prepared myself. Pulling out old Betsy, I practiced my chair jutsu. I haven't used this skill in years, as the last time I used it, I sent 4 people to the hospital with concussions. They
I love black people so much.
Mhm.
They gonna find a way to make whatever the situation was a little funny. We're just good at it. I don't know why. But Che Kwando, like,
Yeah.
did you see chairs on sale though at Target? It was like buy 4 get 2 free type shit. Like they was giving
Oh
away
yeah,
6.
man. Yeah, I'm
Giving
pretty
away.
sure like folding chair was probably the most Google search word over the last couple days. Like it's crazy. Like now, it has so many purposes. Like you look at, you go into history about the folding chair. Initially, it had like compartments to hold books and stuff like that. Patents go all the way back to like 1855 and then 1911. And to know that these resources have been put on this earth, not just for us to sit down, but for us to help somebody lay down if they don't know how to act right, man. God is
Easily
good, man, all the time.
laid down flat, man. Like I don't think there's a faster connection.
Not at all, man. Not at all.
2 of the quickest sounds in history: the ping and
Mhm.
the slap of the floor. Man. This last one is almost a minute long. I don't even want to wrap up with that one, but that was a rap tea party anthem.
Yeah,
Shit,
let's do it.
play, man. Fuck it, because like, I appreciate the fact that editing ain't easy,
Mm-mm.
but to do it and drop a bar.
Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. It really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Hey, I'm really Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some. So we gon' finish y'all it. Did. And this time everybody about to witness it. Y'all. Bro told them to move, just doing this job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. Let's get it. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin. Let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Unc came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this was kind of lit. Like, seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. That chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery. Seen a couple of them.
Yo,
Shout out to the artist, G Mac, Cash, wherever you at. This man.
3 times back to back just to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Pure tears. I was like, I didn't see that part. Man, funny. Man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like I think I spent the last day and a half just looking up as much stuff as I could. And there was no shortage. I mean, there's still stuff out there. I seen people who had, just had the chair. There was a reenactment with this white dude and this black dude at a pool, just doing the whole shit. Like it was crazy, man.
Speaking of the chair, my man right here, though, you gotta talk to me, man. To get the shirt at this very moment when the commencement of "Oh fuck y'all" was going down. And he just, I know he gotta have a screen printing joint at the crib. He has to. You can't. He just like, yeah, put this out. My man said August 5th, I'm on my way to Cracker Barrel, round 2 was good. I was like, yo, I love people so much, man. Like, the creativity.
Yeah, the dedication to actually, providing content was definitely shown heavily this weekend, man. And I thank every one of y'all, man. Shout out to Industry Hotel, Shade Room, what was that, Mr. Rogers Review, all the content that we showed today, man. And the people that provided the content, I think is so much. I got the picture of the guy with the shirt from Sean King's Instagram. So it was amazing to see, man. It was amazing to see. But at the same time, it just shows you how bad things really are. For those of you who have never listened to us before, as much as we are joking today, we've been talking about how slowly there have been little microaggressions, little nuances of changing Supreme Court laws and decisions that are slowly trying to chip away at our rights. And you are starting to see the superbug Jay-Z was talking about a long time ago with Donald Sterling come out and play. They're not hiding how they feel about us anymore. And we need to keep this kind of unification, not just when we whooping ass, but when we working together to like build up our communities, make sure we're voting, stuff like that. Very important, man. Very important.
Big facts. Big facts. Was there other? There was two. I'm sorry. There was another edit that I didn't save. There was one where there was the two gentlemen off the boat, and about 5 dudes come at them. And somebody put the Avengers edit around, so it looked like they I was like, yo, that was a good one. I was like, oh, that edit was super on time. I was like,
that was classic. That was classic, man. The creativity shined bright, and I appreciated and loved all of it, man. Y'all helped me get through the workday today, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you to all my friends who sent me like 5 memes back to back. I know I don't respond to them all, but the ones I really like, I get the little heart emojis.
might hold the damn for flames. Like, we appreciate it, man. We need those.
Oh man.
What's this one here? 3-person?
Yeah.
I got a question. If you could pick a 3-person brawl team, all right, you've seen what the likes of the Avengers, Aquaman, you know what I'm saying? You see what we could do when we outside. If you could pick a 3-person brawl team out of famous movie villains, though, who you got?
All right, so number 1, I'm gonna have to go with the Joker from Dark Knight. I need a psycho on my hands. I need somebody that he's not in it for the money, he's not in it for power. He just likes to see crazy shit happen. You have somebody like that on your side, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win the brawl, right? Second, I'm gonna go with my man. I think his name was Lonzo in Training Day with Denzel Washington.
Oh, Denzel.
Huh?
Denzel himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, right before Pelican Bay, he was a badass.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Lonzo, man. Lonzo, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to get things done. He's resourceful. You know what I mean? I think he's good. I like him. And then lastly, I think I'm gonna go with Jet Li in Lethal Weapon 3. I'm gonna need somebody that could fight in a brawl. And if you look back at all the Jet Li's movies, it could be 4 or 5 dudes coming at that dude. He's kicking everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying? Just done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Easy money. You're right. Okay. I see it 3. All right. I feel like this first one is like Steph Curry. Like, I gotta go Thanos off the rip. Like, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Thanos, he could be the controller, but I guess if I need somebody's like foot's on the ground, gotta go with Bane. Bane's out there. I think Bane's my joke on your team, where it's like I'm going up to everybody, just you think you're in control. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need that. I need him to let everybody know who's in control. And then honestly, between Thanos and Bane, I think I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might just give Bane some kryptonite to keep on him in case shit get a little dicey and somebody from up there come down. I think Thanos and Bane with some kryptonite in their back pocket to be to handle like whatever.
Nah, I feel you, man. Yeah. I like Thanos, man. I just, I was afraid that if he snapped his fingers, I'm one of the people that turn to ash. So it's a little, it's a little sticky with Thanos, but I feel you.
Oh, man. All right. Shit, but hey, man, the brawl in Alabama. Can't say too much more about it. It was if you haven't seen it, go watch the 17 video edits at a minimum. But it was good stuff, man. I enjoyed all the tapes. I hope they keep making new versions of this edit, and I do want to see one composite with my man getting out the water. I just want to see his highlight reel, if that makes any sense. Where I want to see him jump into the water, swim, lift up, first round of beats, push, where he goes after that. I want to know what he did the day after. I want to see his whole life story now. All of a sudden,
hopefully he gets some sort of scholarship for swimming somewhere, man. I expect to see him on the U.S. swimming team. Something, man. Like the documentary is going to be like, I need the documentary on this. I need the history. I need like something on Tubi real quick. Tubi needs to get the rights to this movie, man.
Tubi I know Tubi's gonna do it right, For it to be right, I want to be on Netflix. Like, no, Tubi's gonna give you like the quick version in 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna have all the fixings.
That's why it needs to be on Tubi, man. Tubi gonna get on the hell out of that joint, man. Like, I need to see the boom mic in the shot, and then they lift it up. Like,
but they're gonna have black people playing the white people get on the boat. It's gonna be all fucked up. It's like, yo, so what he doing? Not look at the attire. That's what the guy was wearing. Yeah, but he's black. It's like the shorts are blue. Like, yeah, you know what? Like, he said they had the budget. They had to do what they had to do.
So if there was one question you could ask from one of the scenes during the brawl, which one would it be? Like a scene during there, like if you could ask them, like, what were they thinking in that scene? Who would you talk to?
I gotta talk to security guard. I would have to ask him, how do you feel about picking up that shift your man said he called out sick for today? Like you'd have been off today.
Mm-hmm.
So yo, you can do me a salad. So you know it's Saturday night. I could use some OT, no doubt. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
That Sunday morning convo was different. But you yesterday? He said, yeah, bro, yesterday. They didn't want to move their boat? No, bro. They didn't want to move their boat. But yeah, I got some questions for him. How about you?
I want to talk to the co-captain too. I need to know why he threw the hat in the air. Like I feel like that's an essential part of how everything's like went for me. Like everything else made sense, you know. Like he tried to defend himself, it didn't work out. Happens, you know what I mean? But he just stepped back and said that lost me. I didn't understand it.
It's funny seeing him throw the hat in the air. That signified to me. So, oh, this is a fight. Like before, it was just like, why are they arguing so aggressively? Like you know, like. And then as he backed up, I seen him kind of say, "Fuck it," hat off, and then I was like, "Oh, it's going down." And then immediately after, it all went down. Like, but that had signified a lot.
That's a fact. Absolutely.
That's a fact. But yeah, man. The Riverfront Battle Royale, man. Thanks for tuning in today.
Yes,
as always, we're here. You know, we're here for you every week. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it done, Mr. Samuel Lee. Ken Kapnick over here. Catch us on all the DSPs, Spotify's for the last show. Got a new show coming up on the 15th. Real cool topic with a real cool crew. Got to see that. What else you got for today, my good man?
Oh, man, like you said, man, every Wednesday you can catch us on IG Live at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing a lot more of these live streams, so make sure you subscribe before you leave. Wherever you followed us to watch this, man, make sure you join. And listen, man, I really... Okay, hold up. We got something in here. From your perspective, we're the white woman. I don't know if that's the entire question, trying to stop the fight, or were they part of the assault?
Definitely.
So in the beginning, it looked like they were part of the assault. Because the first woman that runs up on the co-captain, you see her going for homeboy's face.
Yeah, facts.
You know, usually you pull away the dude that you know from the melee, from the fight, but she went right at the co-captain. So at that point, she was a part of it.
Word. There might have been one that was trying to help, but she didn't do enough quick enough. And, and honestly, I think they seen one or two kind of go for somebody on the ground, and that just sparked any white woman in the area to get hands put on them at that point. Like, if you're not in the water, you're against us right now. So it was crazy.
But the police didn't issue warrants for them.
True. I think they own after the boat owners, I think, as far as why it was where it was and why he didn't listen to direct orders at the time. So we shall see. But I'm just happy. I think they're looking for Chad Guy, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I think there's a warrant out for him right now.
Oh yeah.
It's like, and turn yourself in, man. Do the right thing. Don't be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Hey man, if you can make it to Mexico, man, do what you gotta do. Speak that Española for a year or two and come back.
Like, what you out here for? It's a folding chair. It's a long story, man. Long story. I don't want to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
AD said we need to be talking about the Karens too. Oh Lord.
I don't know where to start. I'm not sure how it's going to end.
Yeah.
They outside often. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Try to avoid them if you see one approaching. But yeah, they always outside. You always got to watch your six. Watch your six.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, I just think at this point, man, we live in scary times. And if you can stay out of a sticky situation, cool. If you gotta defend yourself, that is cool too. Just know your rights and stay protected out there because there are some. Yeah, I think people are playing tag with stupid and weird. You know what I mean? Like it is, and I just hate to hear anybody get caught up in the midst of it. And I pray every day when I step outside, especially on that iron horse, with all the shit I've been experiencing this year.
Bro,
I'm nervous.
even with and it's funny, it's always one situation away. It's like,
Yeah,
look at the shoes. I can fuck these up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man. Yeah,
That's what it comes down to.
absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, as always, man, subscribe if you haven't. See us next Wednesday. But before that, you will be no, 15th is after. Apologies. We'll see you next Wednesday. But that's all I got for tonight, my good man.
All right, you excited about 50 Cent tomorrow?
Yes, first time ever. It's not 02 though. But hey, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it works. We'll see how it works 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? So I heard he said he was trying to lose weight to get back to that bulletproof. Get rich or die trying for him. I'm like, hey, man, that was 20 years ago. If you can, by all means. I know you have all the weights and all the, right fridge items. Dude, you got to do that. But I'm gonna see tomorrow if he pull through.
Yeah, let me know how it goes, man. I can only imagine who he's gonna bring out being in the city.
Yeah, should be dope. I might need my own bulletproof vest, but should be dope. I definitely got to find a square tank top somewhere at a minimum. You know what I mean? Got to support.
Yo, one last thing before we get off, man. So, you ever do the twinsy stuff with your wife? Like I get the same shirt, just you know what I mean, like same thing but different sizes. Like kind of like how you got the Freedom Cage on.
Oh yeah.
You got your size, stuff like that. All right. So, me and my wife do the same thing. So sometimes when it's time to fold the clothes and put them back, sometimes her shirt makes it into my area. Yeah, see where I'm going. Right? Yeah. So I don't mind my shirts fitted, right? But this one time I put on a shirt that we both have, it was a little too fitted, Kenny. I'm walking around. I'm like, I know I'll be in the gym, but the shoulders don't make sense.
How many cents this morning?
Like the circulation in the arm was a little funny. So, I'm walking around for probably about 10 minutes in the house. I'm like, something ain't right.
I can't breathe.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this and my whole belly showing. So I take the shirt off. I have on my wife's, top. So, yeah, fellas, just make sure that y'all check your actual shirt sizes. If you buy the same shirt as your wife, so y'all could be out there like twinsies, Al. You know what I mean? Just make sure you got your size on, because it was weird.
Yeah, y'all need a new tagging system. If y'all both get the mediums or larges, I don't know, man. Good luck. Separate hampers.
Because you know what happens though? Sometimes you just grab a shirt and go. You know what I mean? This got to be my shirt. It's in my area, right?
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Thank God I didn't make it out the house. I was just going to the living room real quick. If I'd have made it out the house, look at this medium size wearing ass nigga. He knew he could have bought an extra size up.
That boy got an XM on. That boy got an XM on. You want to be that guy, you know what I mean? Yeah. At least, shit. Not that you and wifey are close in stature, but I'm a few sizes over my wife. So me doing that once, that was life changing. Like, Savannah, get the scissors. How'd you get this on? Shut up. Got it at the seam. The seam. That's me. It was wild, bro. But never again. Now I get whoosh. I'm looking at the front, the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm lining it up on me first, making sure it hits the navel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. This one is.
I got one more funny thing. I swear I'm gonna let y'all go. I swear I'm gonna let y'all go soon, right? All right. So I'm sitting at dinner for a friend of mine's birthday, and I'm talking to them, and I'm like, you know what's like one of the most unmanly feelings in the world? When you get a chill. The last time I got a chill, bro, like it went up my back, and I was just like,
ooh.
Like,
It's a, ooh.
to involuntarily do this shit right here. You look around and you like, what? That makes no sense. It's the most unmanly thing to me that you could do in the world, and you have no control over it, right? And you feel when it's coming. You can't do that shit.
Yeah, you can't avoid it. Yeah, that might be right up there with like taking too big of a bite on a banana in public. Like it's just some things you can't do. Like, you know what I mean? But hey, I'm not here to shame bananas. Like, hey man, the small bites keep moving. But it's the people that be like, yo, I'm taking the real, like I want to get this done in 3 bites. The whole thing, chill, bro. It's like they work. Take your time, baby. It's a marathon, not a sprint. They ain't going nowhere, man. You're not even next to a garbage can for the pill, bro. Just relax. You know what I mean? Yeah, those 2 things, you try to avoid them at all costs, man. Try to stay toasty and get your bananas cut up.
I feel you, man. That's a sticky situation. I was about to say something, but it was gonna sound terrible, so I won't.
I had to stop my head from doing a fake reenactment of a banana. I was trying to sell the joke. I'm like, nah, nigga. Just if they don't get it, they don't get it. I can't have that still shot nowhere in the world.
No, seriously. I think the same thing happened to me on Sunday before we went to the Liberty game. Shay gives me her purse, so I got the purse, and like I got one person. I got the purse in the left hand. I got my right hand on the fence, and then I'm like looking at the back of my heel. It looked like I'm damn near pro.
You was Madonna out there, bro. He said, "Did somebody step on my Puma?"
If anybody would have caught a still shot of me in that moment, man.
I hate those because if somebody show you that photo, is this you? Be like, no. But you're sure, like positive, like you know what I mean. That's not me. Like, it's like no.
Yeah. It's like that AI technology, man. It be having a slant these days.
I'm definitely throwing it on that.
All right, I promise I'm done. That's it.
All right, y'all. We always gotta stick around for a joke or two at the end of these, but thank you so much for coming out. I got tears in my eyes. Thank you so much for coming out today. We appreciate your time. We're gonna be out here again next week on Wednesday, man. Appreciate your love, you all that good stuff. Anything on the way out, my good man?
Listen, subscribe, y'all. We got so much more content coming, like Kenny said, man. And this is what we do, man. Every week, you know what I'm saying? We release episodes every 1st and 15th of the month. Look forward to engaging with y'all more on these live streams, man, for real.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Other than that, bro, we out.
Take care. Be safe.
Peace.
Watch out for them chairs.
Honestly, if you're in the chair, Al, you see somebody coming down, just get out the chair. Like, you don't even stay here. There shouldn't be more than 2 people in the chair out, like, anymore. Like, that's the max.
I agree.
My guy, I'll catch you next time.
Likewise, baby.